Hey everyone, this is Ben Robbins. Thanks for joining me for just a minute. I wanted to give you an update on where we are with Literacy Pittsburgh. Um, you probably know a little bit about this, but if you don't, I'll just take 10 seconds to give it to you. Literacy Pittsburgh is an organization that we are kind of in the beginning stages of having a mission relationship with. And they do a lot of what their name sounds like. They are focused on educating individuals who need help in English skills. And so maybe English as a second language, they could be recent immigrants to this country, or they could be longtime residents of this country who simply are trying to work on English skills. So that's their first objective. The other one is they also do work with residents who are looking to acquire their GED. And so those two things are a big part of their focus. So a lot of different types of folks in a lot of different types of situations. It's adults working with adults. And what I have found through the work that I've been doing and the presentation that we heard here last month is that there are a lot of ways that you and I can help. There's a lot of ways that we can be involved in this. And we don't need a degree in anything in particular, and we don't need to be able to speak another language in order to do that. All of the materials that we need are provided for us, and again, it doesn't matter who we're working with, whether we're working with someone who's looking to get that GED or to hone their English skills. You don't have to have a particular background or type of background in order to be helpful. So what we found out is that there are a couple of different ways that we can help with this organization and that we're excited about. The first one is volunteering to become a tutor. And I just signed up to become a tutor in some way, shape, or form, and I'll explain that in a little bit. The whole application was on their website, which we'll provide, and it took about 3 minutes. There was not a whole lot involved. I am going to have to send them my educational background, like a transcript or a proof of education, but that will be a simple thing too. And if you need help with that, we could help you with that. But what that means is that now that I've signed up, is that the first thing is that there'll be a training session that I'll end up going to at some time that's convenient for me, either online or in person at different locations around the city. And then we'll figure out how I want to volunteer or where they need me. Now, what we've been investigating is how do we do that? So the first way of doing that is volunteering to be paired with a student 2 hours a day, twice a week. So that's one option. If you have the time and the passion to do that, and we're hoping that some of you do. I know that at least one of our members has just signed up for, I think, something similar to that. So I'll try to get some more information from them about their experience. But that's the first way. The second way that we have been given the possibility of exploring is sort of splitting that up. So maybe in partners. So you and someone or someone from the church. Let's say that Ted Mills and I'm not signing up Ted Mills, but say Ted Mills and I wanted to do this. He could take the first day and I could take the second day. Now I can choose to do that tutoring online, like via Zoom, kind of like what you're seeing here, or in person, depending on the student, depending on your time. I may choose to do that on Zoom simply out of convenience and because I'm used to it. I'm used to interacting with people in this way, so that's an easy thing for me. So that's something to be aware of and something to think about. Now, there are also other things that they have given us that we can do to volunteer as well. So the solo way of doing that. The other one is they help people with their citizenship exams. And so there are prep sessions for that. And so that's more like a one-time thing and then you do it the next time. That's sort of like on an at-need basis. So that's something that we could do as well. That's not the consistent um, time demand as tutoring would be, but that's another way that you can do that, is be involved in the citizenship element of what they're doing. The last one that I know of currently is fundraising efforts. And, we certainly have a facility and individuals who could be participating in something like that. One of the things I've asked for now is some specific ways that we could be doing that, maybe events we can participate in, those types of things. So if that might be something that we can look into. It also would be very helpful to them, to Literacy Pittsburgh, if you pass this along to other individuals. So this video is just as applicable to another church, someone that you know in your family, etc. Anyone who really doesn't even really have to be around the Pittsburgh area, because if you can do everything online, we have one person who's interested in doing this out of state, who's a member of the church, and they could do this from where they are. It's a really wonderful organization. They're doing some really vital work. It is very much attached to, I think, a church's mission to be able to be invitational and to care for the other, the outsider, those who are trying to make a life here in the right way. And that's, I think, a huge opportunity for us. So if you are still interested in, or if you're now thinking about it, I'd love to talk to you more. So I hope that you take this and share it with other people, discuss it with your family, and hopefully we can move that forward. There could be opportunities as well that Northmont becomes a place where some of these activities take place. Some of Literacy Pittsburgh's activities are held. That's something that is a possibility, but we don't know if that's true or not. But we're open to it, and that's part of what we're thinking through. So thank you very much for your attention. Thanks for considering this. And if you have any questions, please feel free to just ask. And as soon as I get to volunteering, I'll let you know how it's going. Take care. Thanks.